Previously on Gears.
Today on my Disi's Double D's, I'm featuring the most amazing organization called Cupcakes of Hope. Cupcakes of Hope is a non-profit organization aiming to raise awareness and funds for families in need of medical assistance through the love of baking cupcakes. Today we're joined by two lovely ladies. Hello, could you tell us a bit about yourselves firstly?
Hi, good afternoon. Well, I'm Sandy and I'm the founder of Cupcakes of Hope, and next to me we've got Bianca, which is a lovely warrior that we've got visiting our studios today, and she's 15 years old and a cancer survivor.
Hi, you Bianca.
Okay.
Good. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Sandy. It's good to have you here. That's all right. That's all right.
And now Bianca, you've baked the most beautiful cupcakes for us today.
Thank you.
How did you get that right? I've tried to bake cupcakes and I always go in the middle.
Me too.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, it fell.
Wow. And you were up till late last night making those as well. Did you ice them and everything yourself? Seriously?
And the decorations on top?
I did those.
Did you
Oh,
do
my
you give
word.
lessons?
I got lessons from Sam.
Wow. Cool. Maybe you can pass some lessons on to Disi and I. Okay.
Please.
Gee.
I always have to go to my friends to get them to help me to bake the cupcakes because, as Ian says, they just go bloop in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, starting off, could you tell us a little bit more about the organization and how and when it started?
Well, Cupcakes of Hope has been registered only for a year, but we've already been doing fundraising for the past 4 years for kids with cancer. And obviously it's been growing and growing. We originally started in the Vaal at our restaurant, and that's where, you know, we got the whole community involved. And 2 years ago, we actually set the world record for the most cupcakes on display, which was 21,000 cupcakes.
Wow.
And in the process, we raised 200,000 Rand for kids with cancer.
So
And
good thing Sasha wasn't there. You would have eaten half of it.
I doubt it. But yeah, and that's how the whole idea then obviously started to get more involved with cupcakes. And last year we hosted the National Cupcake Day for Kids with Cancer. It was held on the 29th of September, and we raised over 500,000 Rand just in one day. What we've done with the funds in the meantime, we are also a charity, but we also donate to other charities. So we've donated to 11 different charities, including Cancer, Reach for a Dream, Sunflower Fund, all the major ones, because we're all working together for the same purpose. But majority of our funds will go directly back to patients like Bianca, patients that either their medical aid doesn't cover certain procedures. It could either go to help with school fees, school clothing, whatever they need, and they don't have the financial assistance to do that, they can contact us, and then we will try and assist as far as possible.
Can I just ask a question? Because I'm going to play the fool here and just ask you a very serious question, but in a light-hearted way. I want to know, you bake a cupcake, and that cupcake then gets sold. I'm assuming that you can place whatever value you want on that cupcake. Is that right?
No, absolutely. I mean, for us, it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
It's literally, when we started the Cupcake Project 2 years ago, we asked our volunteers to bake 250 cupcakes each.
Right.
And last year it was 100. And we know it's a lot. It's a huge labor of love. This year, we actually just bring it down to 48 cupcakes because our base of volunteers have grown so much, and everybody wants to get involved. But you cannot set a price on a cupcake. I mean, for me, a cupcake is not just a cupcake. We've had, when we had the golf day last year for Mark, we had one cupcake that was auctioned off for 14,000 Rand.
That's amazing.
And yes, it was not just because it was maybe made out of diamonds or gold. It was because it was the meaning behind it. It was little Mark Scott's cupcake, and that's what it's known as the Mark Scott cupcake. And it is, it's very special, and yes, you can raise tons and tons of money for kids with cancer through cupcakes, through our love of cupcakes.
Fantastic.
I was actually chatting to Darren this morning because I said, can I bring up the Hallmark cupcake going for 14,000 Rand? And he said Sarah Kate's also involved with you.
Absolutely. Sarah Kate, we actually got contacted by Zelda to actually get involved with Mark when he was literally just diagnosed a day or two. And we then obviously came on board, and we helped them basically on the golf day. We were one of the sponsors, but obviously we donated 20,000 Rand towards Mark. That is excluding the funds that was, the 14,000 Rand that was raised that day. In the meantime, we've also been involved quite a bit with Mark and with different patients, and we've actually asked her to be our not ambassador, sorry, our patron. So she is our patron, and we're so blessed to have her on board. She's such an inspirational mother, wife. She just absolutely just has this faith in God, which just for us, it's humbling to be able to work with her. So we're very blessed to have a part of our organization.
She brings an energy with her into a room, which is quite remarkable, I have to be honest.
Absolutely.
Often when I come in here, I'm like, hey, Sarah
She's
Kate,
lovely.
she's just bubbly. She's very
And
cool.
Mark is just beyond cute. He's grown into such a cute little boy. I'm in love with him. He even gives us the odd little Balls Radio on while we're on air. Okay, you have your National Cupcake Day. What other events do you hold during the year?
Well, our main event will always be the National Cupcake Day. We have got different events during the year where we either go visit the hospitals. We've got a project called Our Bags of Love. We will go to either Steve Biko or the old General Joburg Gen. We will take goodie bags for the moms as well as for the kids. There's activity packs packed in. There's toiletries. There's also food. So it's mostly snacks, all dry goods. So there's different projects during the year. Obviously, we work up towards our big fundraising, and basically the only fundraising event happens in September. So if you do love cupcakes, or you know somebody that loves to bake cupcakes, please go visit our webpage, get registered. We are asking for 48 cupcakes. That's your labor of love for September.
It's cupcakesofhope.org. That is the website. You can go to www.cupcakesofhope.org.
Well, I'm definitely going to bake cupcakes
Thank
to
you
help
very
you out. What date is it going to be held on this
Well,
year?
it's a very special date.
It's-
I've just found out that it's Disi's birthday as well. It's on the 28th of September, which also happens to be my birthday.
Oh, great day.
Oh, my goodness.
We've got to have a double D. So yes, it's the 28th of September. We are sitting on 47 confirmed venues for this year. Last year we had 20. This year we're sitting on 47. There is 8 venues in Joburg and counting. We have got 5 in Pretoria and then all over the country, Cape Town, Durban, Pietermaritzburg, you basically name it, and we will probably have a venue very close to them.
Is this just a South African initiative, or do you know of similar initiatives around the world where people have done the same thing?
Well, when I got this is a message that was given to me.
Right.
This is what I had to do. It was my Cupcakes initiative, and the message I got was create awareness and make my circle bigger. Because yes, we started 4 years ago, but the fundraiser was at the restaurant. We did different fundraising events, but nothing to do with cupcakes. And then when I got the message, do something with cupcakes, get the community involved, that's where the whole project started. In the meantime, I have done some research. Yes, there are some initiatives all over the world to do with cupcakes, because it is cupcakes is a new in thing.
Yeah, it's a fun thing.
It is a fun thing, and with last year's National Cupcake Day, it inspired a lot of companies and countries to get involved. We had a cupcake group in Zimbabwe that actually also raised funds not officially under our page, but they were also having a Cupcakes for Kids with Cancer Day. They raised their funds, and their funds went directly to the oncology ward
Fantastic.
in Harare. So there's possible talks of Namibia joining us this year. So yes, wherever there is a person that wants to get involved, they can just contact us. They'll get the support from us and the guidelines how to actually host it. All you need is a good network of friends, and you've got to have a little bit of love, a little bit of time, and yes, we can make a difference one cupcake at a time.
And Dasi and you, in my case, we need to be able to bake cupcakes.
We'll do well, thank you to Prestige Housewares. I know you've been in contact with them. They've actually sponsored a fantastic prize for today, valued at just under 1,000 Rand, when they heard we were doing cupcakes for kids with cancer. So yeah, Ian, we can't win it. Maybe we should go and purchase some cupcake
I
tins
just
and
need
start
lessons.
practicing.
Now, Bianca, tell me, have you got your friends involved? Are you getting your friends to make cupcakes?
Yeah, and also my friends want to do community service.
Fantastic.
It's like everywhere.
So what are you doing? Are you going up to your friends and saying, "Listen, make some cupcakes for us. Come and help us sell them"? Do you go to your friends and sell them? What do you do?
Well, basically say, because they're interested in community service for the school,
Right.
because they're getting older and they need it. So I literally say, I got some community service for you, and then they say, oh, really, what? And then I tell them, and then they're like, oh, cool, I'll definitely be interested. So I
That's
just need to tell
amazing.
them whether.
It's fantastic.
So then, are you going to teach them how to bake the cupcakes?
Well, what I've told them is they can do the cupcakes, and I will just do the figurines because I'm at home all the time. So I'm doing figurines literally every day.
Listen, your figurines are really good.
They're
I see they're
brilliant.
butterflies. There's even a rose going on there as well. You've got some birds on there. Those are little birds there. Is that right?
Penguins.
Penguins? Sorry. Well, penguins are birds,
Absolutely.
just in case. Very nice. And some sunflowers there as well.
Yeah.
Who taught you to do this?
Sam.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
we've got a very special guest also in the studio today. She's Samantha. It's her birthday today. I don't know what it is with birthdays.
Wow, it's
but
your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So happy
Don't
birthday.
make us sing, okay?
So yeah, Samantha is our Joburg coordinator. She kind of is going to get the whole team together, but she's also got 4 Ways, which is where she volunteered last year. And that's how I got to meet up with her. She's an amazing, amazing volunteer. And this year we're actually going to have something very special happening at 4 Ways Mall. We're going to be setting another new world record, which will be happening on the 7th of September.
Okay.
Just obviously, the reason, if somebody doesn't know, September is Kids Cancer Awareness Month. So that's why there's a lot of activities happening during September. And then obviously the gold ribbon, if people don't know, the gold ribbon that people wear is symbolizing the Kids Cancer ribbon. So we're going to be attempting a world record for the tallest cupcake tower in the world.
Awesome.
We're not too sure how tall we're going to be going, but probably between 7 and 8 meters tall. So it is quite a bit of a challenge, but we're obviously working on that. So yes, September we'll have a world record happening, and that's thanks to Samantha
I'm
and her
getting
team.
hungry.
In 2012, on National Cupcake Day, you raised 507,000 rand. That's just crazy. Could you believe the figure when you saw it?
No, we actually weren't even expecting. We didn't actually really know how many cupcakes were going to be donated, because some venues like Bloemfontein the week before only had 200 cupcakes that were pledged. But thank goodness to Social Network and to Friends of Friends, we actually, the day of the event, yes, we did have a bit of TV publicity going on there. We actually got something like 7,000 cupcakes that were donated from one venue. We within 2 days had to get 2 venues going.
Wow.
So last year, we're not too sure exactly how many cupcakes were donated, but probably over 55,000 cupcakes.
Wow.
This year we've got a little bit better control, and last year, although it was only 20 venues, it was literally just run by me and Rochelle, and we had one other volunteer helping us in the Vaal. So logistically it was a bit of a nightmare to try and coordinate tablecloths and tables from the Vaal for Cape Town, so forth. But this year I've been blessed with over 50 amazing coordinators that have all come on board, and we're definitely gonna, it's gonna be a very interesting day to see how much gets raised. But the point is not the money that gets raised. We've actually focusing this year more on the awareness campaign. Last year we hand out over 60,000 leaflets with the early cancer warning signs on it. Look, we cannot prevent cancer, but the earlier we can detect the cancer, the better chance the child has of surviving. So we are going to be focusing a lot on the early warning signs, and obviously trying to contact schools and emailers and stuff like that. So that is another big campaign that we're working on this year, not just the fundraising. Obviously, the more money we get, the more kids we can help, yes.
And the T-shirts that you're wearing, are they available for sale, or is it just for specific people? Because I mean, firstly, tell us about it. You were telling me the story behind the T-shirt.
Well, this is a T-shirt we wore for last year's event. Obviously, this year's event is still being designed, but it has 3 special warriors on it. It's got Gerard, Reef, and Mark, our little precious Markies on there. These are 3 of the patients that we actually helped last year. In total, you'll see that there's 11 little hearts on our T-shirt, and those represent the 9 children and the 2 charities that we were able to support in 2011, 2012. Now, obviously, this year with last year's event, we raised over R500,000. So up to now, we've helped over 100 children and over 11 charities.
Fantastic.
So it's getting bigger and bigger, and we're very excited, and we're so
You're not going to
blessed.
be able to control this thing. It's going to get so big one of these days.
Well, at the moment, that's why I've got these amazing angels. I call them my cupcake angels all across the country helping me.
That's great.
But like you were saying earlier on, Ian, if you do not know how to bake, there are different ways that you guys can get him on board. What did you see there?
I was just exactly what you're talking about. I was on your on the tab on cupcakesofhope.org. There's a thing that says get involved. Could you tell us about that, because that's important right now. Now know what you do, what you're standing for, what you're up to. If you want to get involved, just run through quickly how we can get involved, what we can do.
Okay, well, first of all, obviously it is, the bakers. Please register, pop us an email at info@cupcakesofhope.org. Tell us in which area you are in, and if you're prepared to bake and donate the 48 cupcakes. They must not be bought, please, guys. This is your labor of love, so please. But on the other hand, if you cannot bake, you can more than certainly donate products to us, which we will then get bakers to bake. Or then you can go and visit our Mug and Bean. The Mug and Bean adopted our charity for this year. They were absolutely amazing. Last year, during the month of September, they launched 2 cupcakes at their malls, stores, and they sold over 30,000 cupcakes. They raised an additional 240,000 Rand for kids with cancer. So that's awesome of them. And then we were blessed this year that they have adopted our charity once again. And they are selling red velvet cupcakes on their menu.
Oh, delicious.
Absolutely. And that's we are so grateful for that. And 1 Rand from each cupcake will be donated to kids with cancer. So please go visit your Mug and Bean.
I just want to know, how do you find the kids who you're going to help? Do you have a process where people can get hold of you?
What has happened up to now is we either get them via different charities that contact us. Some of the charities out there cannot help with certain needs. At the moment, we actually got a request for, unfortunately, a patient that did pass away last year, but the family don't have the financial to pay for the tombstone. So they contacted us, and we're in the process of organizing the tombstone. Look, it's unfortunately, we can't bring the child back, but it's a way that the parents can kind of come to peace with what has happened. So charities do contact us for different reasons, for different ways that they might not be able to to be able to help a child. But if you do know of a person that is in need, or a child that's in need, they obviously can contact us. What we will need from them is obviously a doctor's letter confirming the diagnosis of the child, and then we take it from there onwards. But like I say, initially when we started this project 4 years ago, we were only focusing on medical bills. But the more I'm actually working with the children, the more we realize that there's more needs. Like in Bianca's case, she came to us via one of our volunteers, have met her family in a hospital over a year ago. And that seed was planted there. And when the volunteer obviously helped us, she says, listen, they know this family. Can we not perhaps help? And what we've been doing for Bianca, we paid for her master maths, because she's not at school at the moment, but we're obviously trying to keep her up to date with her maths. So yes, we do help with schooling, where there are kids that might need school uniforms. We assist with that, just something to try and get them back to a road of normality. It's not always possible to help them, but we've been very blessed so far that we could help most of the patients that have been sent through to us.
You are an inspiration.
Yeah.
You really are an inspiration, and so are you, lovely ladies, and you, Bianca, as well. You've just come here and brightened up our studio with these beautiful cupcakes. It's a very, very, very special organization and thing that's happening here. I'm just sitting here watching you talk, and I just know that in the next couple of years, you're not going to be able to cope with the amount of people that are going to get involved, because it's one of those things that you hear about and you go, wow, let's get stuck in. So I really hope that just goes from strength to strength.
That's it. But now there's a prize.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
Okay, Prestige Housewares have sponsored a fantastic prize. Prestige Housewares is one of the leading international houseware brands worldwide. You got to go onto our Facebook page, our Balls Facebook page. Maz has set up a stunning thing. You're getting coffee plungers, milk frothers, everything, all the equipment you need to bake cupcakes, bake all sorts of things. It's valued at just under 1,000 Rand. So all you have to do is
just go like the picture,
and
just
share,
click it and
like
it and
share
That's cool.
the Prestige branding. Everything's up there, and
All right,
tomorrow 11 o'clock is the cutoff time, and then we'll choose our winner.
All right, fantastic. It's facebook.com/Balls Visual Radio. Bianca, Sandy, and everyone else who's in the studio, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
What a very special thing. Yeah, and don't forget, if you want to get onto the website, you can do so. It is cupcakesofhope.org. Are you on Twitter, by the way?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Well, we'll work on you to get on Twitter, because that's also a good networking one. I'm gonna tweet this now. We'll get Maz to tweet it from Balls' account as well. See if we can get a lot of hits onto your website. And I wish you all the best. I think it's brilliant.
Thank you very much, guys.
Excellent. Let's eat cupcakes.
At the next intersection, turn on
Gears with Sasha Martinengo.
weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.